from the station working for you. This is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
And it's 5 o'clock here on your Wednesday. Good morning to you. I'm Lauren Casey.
And I'm Megan Shin with your headlines on this July the 21st.
It's just good and bad in every community, and sometimes the bad is the only thing that's highlighted. And when people highlight the bad on Brentwood, it makes me a bad person too.
And gun violence plaguing the city of Indianapolis, one community seemingly bearing the brunt of it all.
Yeah, this morning we're digging deeper into the problem of deadly gun violence, and we're talking to neighbors to find out what solutions they'd like to see put in place. But before we get to all of that, we got to plan your day and check in with our Alyssa Donovan. She's standing by with your forecast this morning. Good morning, Alyssa.
Good morning. We are again starting with some of this patchy fog that's developed across the area in those familiar locations again. Right around Crawfordsville, we're down to less than a mile of visibility, and down around Bloomington, we're right around 1.5 miles of visibility, as well as Bedford. So if you live in either of those locations, just give yourself a little bit of extra time as you head out this morning. That's due to a little bit more moisture in the air this morning. As we head through the day, we are going to see that die off a little bit. We're starting with clear skies throughout the area, and then we are going to see a little bit more cloud coverage filter in as we head into the afternoon. That's one of the many upper level disturbances that's going to move through over the next couple days. Right now in the 60s this morning. As we head through the day, we'll climb just barely into the 80s across the area. So it is going to be a bit of a cooler day, but still a great day to get outside and enjoy this nice weather.
Looking forward to it, Alyssa. Thanks so much. Let's take a look right now at your commute. If you are heading out early this morning, this is up on the north side of town, I-465, a view here near Michigan Road, where you can see traffic is already taking up this morning. We're going to keep a close eye on it for you. Right now, there are no crashes or delays here to slow you down, so that's great news, Megan.
Great news indeed. Thank you, Lauren. Developing overnight, police are investigating a deadly shooting on Indy's east side. It happened just before 1 this morning on Nimitz Drive. That's near Arlington Avenue and 21st Street. Officers say a 26-year-old man died at the scene. Investigators believe a possible second victim who walked into Community East Hospital is also connected to this shooting. That person was last listed in stable condition. We're working to learn more details, and we'll bring you an update as soon as they come in.
Now, so far this year, more than 150 people have lost their lives due to the violence here in Indianapolis. This comes after the Circle City set new records for homicides in the year 2020.
This violence problem has been on everyone's minds this year, so let's take a look back at how we got here. 2021 got off to a violent start, with the first homicide of the year happening just after 1:30 in the morning on January 1st. The death of James Anderson Sr. on Norcross Court remains unsolved. The city of Indianapolis saw 3 homicides in the first 3 days of the year. Just a few weeks later, the Circle City found itself in the national spotlight. On January 24th, a 17-year-old allegedly shot and killed 5 people and an unborn child inside of his home on Adams Street. 2 months later, Indianapolis was the site of another mass shooting. On March 13th, 4 people were killed, including a 7-year-old girl, when a gunman opened fire inside a home on North Randolph Street. A suspect has been arrested in this case. And it was just a month later, on April 15th, when tragedy struck Indianapolis. 8 people were shot and killed when a former employee opened fire at a FedEx facility near the airport. And the violence has only continued in the Circle City since that day. In April, nearly 75 people have been killed across Indianapolis. The increasing violence across Indianapolis prompted city leaders to make major investments in violence prevention initiatives, Lauren.
Yeah, so Megan, just last week, the City County Council approved more than $3 million violence prevention plan. Now, that money is supposed to help address some of the underlying causes of gun violence here in our community. $1.5 million was allocated to IMPD. That money will go towards improving and upgrading technology, increased staffing, providing real-time crime data, and creating an officer intervention system. The $1.8 million is being directed towards community-based programs. At least $390,000 will be allocated to programs geared towards young people. Money will also be spent on mental health professionals and on efforts to stop domestic violence.
So we know what city leaders and community organizations are doing to help fight crime and violence. But are those efforts addressing the needs of the community? WRTV's Kelsey Anderson went to one neighborhood on the Far East Side that's seen an uptick in deadly violence over the years to see what neighbors there are thinking.
Well, I spoke to a woman who lives at 42nd and Post. She was born and raised there and says she could leave, but she stays to help mentor the kids in hopes of a better future.
I grew up in the typical thing you see in hoods, drugs, violence, gangs.
Nayshawn Clay is 25 years old. She's seen the Far East Side change over the years.
Growing up on Brentwood, Town and Terrace condominiums, it was a quiet neighborhood. It was not a bad neighborhood at all. It just started to get like this.
Since June of 2020, there have been 9 deadly shootings at this housing complex alone. This year, there have been 18 homicides in the 46235 zip code.
People don't know how to talk it out. They don't know how to control their emotions. And a lot of times in these communities, we're not held accountable. So you have a lot of kids growing up under that no snitching stuff. So they grew up under that, believing that we can do whatever we want and we're not held accountable for it.
Clay tells me she thinks city leaders need to focus on 2 things: targeting the problem areas and focusing on mentoring and changing the mindset of kids from these areas.
I feel like the city, any city should target the youth instead of, trying to gentrify, because when you gentrify a neighborhood, you push the problem somewhere else. To attack the problem, you have to attack the youth, to change their mentality, change the way that they think.
Clay says children are misguided right now, following after the wrong role models.
You have social media, rappers, glorifying that lifestyle. Then you have kids who come from these broken homes who don't have an identity, who don't know who they should be. So they see themselves or people like them who come from these type of environments and they follow thinking, I have to be like this. Or because people think it's a cool image, so they follow what's cool.
She also says it's going to take the people in the community holding each other accountable.
I believe that no rat stuff should get out of here because it's destroying our communities, We got to hold people accountable. If you want the neighborhood to become better, you have to realize that you have to learn to hold people accountable, because when you hold people accountable, they will learn that they can't do certain things in the community. Yeah. Because in this community they can, because they're not held accountable.
Right now, Clay is working on her own to help mentor kids. She plays basketball with them, brings her college work out to the basketball courts and the parks to let those kids know that there are more opportunities in life than what is happening right now on the East Side. She's also written a book called Shoes on the Wire, talking about her life, being in a gang-like culture and how she got out and what she's doing now. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, WRTV.
Kelsey, thank you for that report. We'll be working for you throughout the morning, taking an in-depth look at Indy's crime problem and what's being done to fix it. Coming up at 5:30, our Troy Washington will join us and show us how one local organization is helping teens lead the charge when it comes to putting an end to Indy's surge in violent crimes. You can also find in-depth reporting online at WRTV.com. There we track the very latest information on IMPD's investigations, as well as the overall homicide problem across the city. Our homicide map gives you a better picture of just where these crimes have taken place this year. Lauren.
Megan, the time right now is 5:07. Let's take a look here at the Indiana State Fair. It kicks off next Friday, and they're still looking to hire Hoosiers. About 50 seasonal jobs remain available. So if you're interested, you can apply online or visit the employment office that's in the Public Safety Building. This year at the fair, a new food truck is cooking up an educational experience. Ivy Tech Community College and the American Dairy Association, they're teaming up to take the classroom out to the streets. The course's curbside food truck will allow culinary students to learn how to run a curbside restaurant.
I think for a lot of these students, they're looking for what it would be like to be out in the real world. And so having this opportunity to really start getting to meet some customers that are interested in the food that they can provide, it's going to get them excited to learn what it would be like to be a chef.
Well, you'll find the course's curbside food truck at select public events across the area, Megan.
All right. Well, from Antarctica to Zurich, Time magazine is listing the world's greatest places of 2021. The list is described as 100 destinations to explore, and Indianapolis is among them. The magazine praises the Circle City's standout restaurants, museums, and sports arenas. One specific attraction that's named is the new Bottle Works District on Mass Ave. Very exciting to be named by Time, but it's time now to get a check of our weather with meteorologist Alyssa Donovan. And Alyssa, what can we expect today?
You know what? It's going to be a really nice nice day. We're starting this morning in the 60s. We're going to climb into the mid 70s by the noon hour. We're not going to climb too much warmer than that for today. We're only going to climb into the low 80s across the area. So a few degrees cooler than what we've been seeing the past couple days. It's still going to be a really nice day though. As we head into the afternoon, just going to see a little bit of cloud coverage, which is going to hamper those chances of warming way up into these mid 80s. Looking ahead though, we are going to see this warming trend, 87 by Friday, 89 by Saturday. That's also when we're going to see some chances of showers and storms back in the forecast just in time for the weekend. We do have some 90s on our map as well. I'll have those details coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Wildfires raging across the western United States. Just ahead, how the intensity of one of those fires is changing the weather.
And an Indianapolis doctor back at home after serving with a Task Force 1 down in Florida. You'll hear her story about the emotional deployment and if she would do it all again. It's 5:10. Stay with us. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. So welcome back. 2.9 million Hoosiers are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus in the state of Indiana right now, but the number of new cases is still on the rise. The State Department of Health reports 713 new cases. That's the highest single-day report since May. The 7-day average positivity rate is back up to 5%. 5 more COVID-related deaths have also been reported.
More than 60% of vaccinated Americans say they would get a COVID booster shot if it were available to them. Well, this comes as more contagious Delta variant continues to rapidly spread throughout the country. Although a booster shot may be possible in the future, the World Health Organization's chief scientist strongly warns against seeking out one on your own. And there are still many unknowns about the safety and efficacy of it. Doctors also say that there are ethical implications to getting a booster shot in the U.S. right now. The CDC says 56% of the total population has received at least one dose of the vaccine.
The rest of the world, particularly in developing countries and low-income countries, we still haven't gotten a first dose to healthcare workers and other providers.
I actually think it's better for us. We are safer if we make the rest of the world safe first before we start to make ourselves totally bulletproof.
Doctors say the same logic applies to the large portion of the U.S. population that has not yet been vaccinated. The more people who get the vaccine, the safer we'll all be from the virus.
And at 5:14, want to head down to Florida now, where search crews are nearing the bottom of the pile of rubble that was left behind after part of the Champlain Towers South condo collapsed out in Surfside. That death toll now stands at 97. This morning, an Indianapolis doctor who assisted in the recovery efforts shares her story.
Being out on the pile and on the rubble, it was very somber. It wasn't just that we were looking for people for victims. We also found their photos, their photo albums, their passports, just every parts of their little life where you could start to put together.
Dr. Stephanie Gardner is in the medical team. She's a medical team manager with Task Force 1. She's been on that team for 10 years, and this was her 4th deployment. Her first year of residency, she witnessed the Indiana State Fair stage collapse from the front row of the concert. She says even though these deployments are rough, they are rewarding, and she would do it all over again, Megan.
This morning, more than 80 wildfires are still burning across 13 states. Hardest hit the Pacific Northwest and West Coast. You can see it right there. The National Interagency Fire Centers reports nearly 1.3 million acres scorched. In Oregon, the Bootleg Fire has exploded, becoming the largest inferno in the nation, burning 500,000 acres. And that's bigger than the city of Los Angeles and about half the size of the state of Rhode Island. And right now, more than 200,000 firefighters are on the front lines battling the flames. The fire is so massive, smoke is taking over the skies, clear across the country in New York City, and is so intense it's creating its own weather. The Bootleg Fire is the 4th largest in Oregon's modern history. Officials say it's been expanding by up to 4 miles a day, pushed by gusts of wind and critically dry conditions. As of this morning, it is only 30% contained.
So let's head out to California now, where the Tamarack fire is growing. It's burning just southeast of Lake Tahoe. Several aircrafts have been making passes to stop the progression, but it remains 0% contained. And right now, voluntary evacuations are underway in neighboring Nevada. One evacuee explains the devastation felt across his community.
So many things that where to begin. You know, it's total loss. You just have to walk away like they ask you to. So that's been the hardest thing. Seeing all the power lines completely exploded and down. Not very hopeful for anything coming to an end anytime soon.
Officials say the Tamarack fire was ignited back on July 4th by a bolt of lightning. More than 1,100 people are battling that blaze.
And an update on a deadly wildfire sparked last year. One California couple is now facing multiple charges. Prosecutors say a smoke bomb used at a gender reveal party started the devastating El Dorado fire back in September. The fire burned 22,000 acres and resulted in the death of a firefighter. The couple, now accused of involuntary manslaughter and facing nearly 30 related charges, including 8 felony counts. Both pleaded not guilty during their arraignment on Tuesday. Before we get to your local forecast, we want to bring in Storm Team meteorologist Alyssa Donovan now to get more in-depth look at the impact these wildfires are having. Alyssa, this morning we're hearing that the bootleg fire is so intense it's creating its own weather pattern.
That's right, Megan. When a fire gets this big, it has the capability of interacting with the atmosphere and causing some of these situations. And what it does is it forces winds around that fire, which makes it much harder for firefighters to predict where this fire is going to spread. Usually they count on the National Weather Service for things like that, but when that fire starts creating its own weather pattern, that makes it much harder. This can cause anything from fire tornadoes to thunderstorms, as well as pyrocumulus clouds, which are all going to be created because of that fire. And they have already tracked that one fire tornado has been caused in that bootleg fire. So that's what's happening over in the west. We're also seeing fires. So we have the bootleg fire in Portland, then we also have several fires burning in British Columbia and up into Canada right now. That is all actually impacting us as well. So you've seen those hazy skies the past couple days. We're continuing to see those hazy skies as we head through the day today because that wildfire smoke is filtering right here into central Indiana, really across the Midwest. We're seeing a pretty large impact from that system. Now you can see it outside right now. We're also seeing some low level fog across the area this morning. That's also why we're seeing that haziness right now in central Indiana, right in Indianapolis, 67 degrees, humidity at 87%. That's why we're seeing a little bit of that fog developing. Winds fairly light out of the northwest, about 8 miles per hour. Want to show you some of that fog. So we're seeing that right around Bedford and into Bloomington, about 3 miles per hour of visibility up towards Crawfordsville and Lafayette. We've seen that die off a little bit, but we've also seen that kind of starting to grow right around this hour yesterday morning and the day before that. So we could still see some of that fog developing yet this morning before daybreak. Just give yourself a little bit of extra time for your morning commute if you are north or south of central Indiana. High pressure still in control today. That's helping push that wildfire smoke into our area because we have this northwest flow going right over that high pressure ridge. That's also keeping our skies clear this morning, but we also have several disturbances moving through over the next couple days. These upper level disturbances are not going to bring us a lot of rain. We are just going to see mostly cloud coverage for the first couple days as the systems move through. So clear skies right now, but by the afternoon, we are going to see that cloud coverage moving back in. These are mostly going to be those high-level cirrus clouds, not going to see huge cumulus clouds today, but what that is going to do is keep our temperatures a bit lower today than what we saw yesterday. 70s for areas to the north where we're already starting to see a lot of that cloud coverage moving in. Here in Indianapolis, we'll be right around 82 degrees, so low 80s across central Indiana where we're going to start clear, and then we'll see some cloud coverage this afternoon. To the south of us, we'll be closer to the 90s still because we're going to stay clear for most of the day there. Looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, today a little bit cooler, mostly sunny skies though. 84 on Thursday with partly sunny skies, and then that's when we start to build that moisture back in. Thursday night and into Friday, we could see some spot showers, and then our better chance of thunderstorms will move in Friday afternoon. 87 degrees for the high. Saturday and Sunday, that heat and humidity is back, and we are going to see those chances of thunderstorms really at their peak by Sunday and Monday, but we'll see those chances, those light chances of afternoon storms Friday and Saturday as well.
All right, Alyssa, thanks. Let's take a look at your commute as you're heading out the door this morning. I want to take you up here to the northeast side of town where we have scheduled road work on southbound I-69, the ramps to I-465. You can see a flashing light off there in a distance. The ramp remains open at this hour. All work set to be complete at 6 o'clock, but it's looking like things are clearing up at this hour. So it's great news if you're traveling on the northeast side. We're going to continue to keep a close eye out for any delays for your commute. Of course, we'll keep you updated. Megan?
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. For the first time in 50 years, the Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champs. They defeated the Phoenix Suns in Game 6 of the finals last night in a 105-98 victory. It was a sellout crowd with more than 17,000 fans packing Milwaukee's Fiserv Forum and 65,000 more cramming into Deer District surrounding the building. The Bucks' Giannis Antetokounmpo delivered one of the best performances in NBA Finals history, bringing in 50 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks. The 26-year-old took home the MVP award. He says he never could have imagined winning such a big game, but he always stayed focused on his goals. This is the second NBA title for the Bucks, their first win since 1971.
Well, IPS is releasing its pandemic protocols for the upcoming school year. What parents and students need to know when we take a look at your top stories of the morning.
And ahead at 5:30, we continue to dig deeper as we look for solutions to gun violence across Indianapolis. Our Troy Washington joins us live with details on how one organization is helping teens lead the charge in reducing the city's crime problem. Stay with us here. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. We'll be right back.
It's 5:26. Welcome back. Alyssa will join us for a final look at your forecast in just a moment.
But before we get to your final forecast, here's a look at some of your top stories we're working on this morning. Indianapolis Public Schools releasing its pandemic protocols for the upcoming school year. What's new with the masking requirements, contact tracing procedures, and physical distancing in the classroom? That's at 5:30.
Also at 5:30, Purdue releasing vaccination rates for students and staff just ahead of the fall semester. We're breaking down those numbers and the incentives that are still up for grabs. Alyssa?
And we are going to see a really nice day today, a little cooler than what we saw yesterday. Highs today only into the low 80s. Mostly sunny skies, though a little more cloud coverage by the afternoon. Still warming up as we head into Thursday. 87 by Friday. That heat and humidity is back. Chances of storms in the forecast.